Terrence wanted to die right there. He didn't want us to, take him in the ambulance. He said, "I'm sorry, Mom, I think I am paralyzed. I can't move."
For our people, the sweat lodge is one way in which we deal with grief, of letting go of that pain and hurt, of being able to talk about the things that has created the pain and hurt, and to have the support of the ones you care about around you, and leadership to help you through those stages of grief. We put the rocks in the center, and we put the wood around it. We light the fire, and we keep the wood till the rocks are red hot. Then the fire keeper will call everybody together, and we'll enter into the lodge. And then he'll bring in to start with 7 rocks to start the ceremony. So there's many aspects to the lodge, but I think the most important thing is that it represents the womb of Mother Earth. We enter back into our mother's womb, where we were safe as a child when we were born. And in doing so, the warmth, the heat, puts us in the frame of mind to be able to feel secure in talking about what we need to talk about. It's your comfort zone. Your life is about you and what works best for you, and the things that you're familiar with to be able to deal with your loss. And if it means going to counseling, if it means going to church, if it means going to an elder, or a combination of all of those things, then that's good.
There was an elder there. He started talking to me. And then he told me, "What's wrong?" He said, "There's something that you're carrying. It's so heavy," he told me. And then I started telling him. And he started praying with me. He lit the smudge and we started talking. And I found my way back that way. And today I still carry that tradition. And it really helped me in my grieving.
It affects the whole community. So the whole community has to heal. The whole community has to come to an acceptance of saying, we are going to do something about this.
In our community here, we actively promote no drinking and driving, or promote a clean, healthy community. We don't allow any alcohol in any of our community buildings or facilities. There's no wet dance is what we call, where there's alcohol being served. We really encourage roadblocks within our community. We really promote to our community again that if they are going to go out, that they be responsible and they have designated drivers. And then we really try to get preventative programs going, cultural programs going, get activities going for the young people that's going to give them something to do rather than thinking that they have to go out to drink. So we're really trying to give them some self-pride or self-dignity.
It's just the way it is for a number of different reasons, going back from the residential school, going to other provincial and federal practices of taking our identity away from us. If you don't have identity, you tend to be relatively weak, and if you're weak, you're starting to look for ways of making your life a little bit easier. For many people, that's alcoholism, drugs, whatever it takes for them to drown out their feelings or drown out their memories or whatever it is.
It's many of the reasons why our community is in the trouble that it is in, is because of the traumas that we have gone through that are unresolved, that have not been dealt with.
The normalcy of drinking can't be tolerated anymore. It wasn't that long ago where many of our leaders, whether they're chiefs or councillors or family leaders, they were actually alcoholics. After they started doing that, they realized that when you're talking to our people, especially our young people, you can't talk out of the side of your mouth. We as leadership can't be telling our young people not to drink, and then we leave that meeting and we go to the pub or go home and drink and whatnot.
I saw a whole nation grieving a senseless loss of 6 young lives. They have connected to me because they know that I have lost someone due to a tragic crash also. You know, an elder said, live for the both of us. There's a reason why he's not here. Through his death, there's a message and a lesson to be learned, and that there's a purpose for me here. And I think, you know, now through healing and doing that work, I know that I can do that. But when you're always looking behind you or feeling that emptiness, then you can't do that work. The community still haven't healed from it. It's still there, and there's still, I think, a long way to go.
Well, what we are is we're a referral service for victims of crime and misfortune in our communities. And the victim services across Canada was set up basically through the police detachments. The reason they did it is we found that a lot of our people were falling through the cracks. They weren't receiving the services they're entitled to as victims. If they come to us and ask for help, my job is to help them find the help that they need or that they want, not what I think they need or what they want. So that's what I do, is I line up people. Like, I already have people in place now. So like if somebody came to me, I would say, well, we have a psychologist that comes to Morley every Tuesday. And that's what we try to do, is to help them deal with their grief and, you know, the after effects of losing a loved one.
So what happens is a person grieves and they carry that pain inside of them, plus other traumas in their life. And it all starts coming to the surface. And they're trying to deal with their pain and their hurt, but at the same time they have children.
I pushed everyone away. I don't know, I just didn't want to be bothered by anybody. I just wanted to be by myself. Just alone, just tried to forget. That's when my mind would just roll and think and think and think.
And we think trauma is something tragic or something that, you know, that is a loss of life. Trauma can be anything that takes place that changes the way you feel inside, that hurts you.
Yeah, I was pissed off for like a couple of years, 2 years.